Hi folks! So as I mentioned in a few of your research proposals, I wanted to do a little bit of tweaking in terms of the way that people are introducing quotations. Sometimes people are giving a kind of basic signal phrase as they introduce their quotes. So we have something maybe like this: as Jennifer C. Day and Eric C. New write in The Big Payoff. That's the minimum of what you have to do for citation purposes. But for rhetorical purposes, or for reasons that'll actually reach your reader, that's not everything that you want to do. Because given that signal phrase, I still have a bunch of questions. Like, my main question would be, well, who are Jennifer C. Day and Eric C. New? Who are these people? And then what kind of document is The Big Payoff? Is it a scholarly article? Is it a newspaper article? What is it? And then why is this a good source? I'm kind of looking for you to defend your source a little bit. And then finally, I'm kind of curious, well, what was their overall message? Could you summarize this source a little bit so I can understand where this quotation comes from? I sometimes think of it as the Austin Powers problem, which is going to date me a little bit because I know that's an old movie. But there's this moment in the movie where he says, "Who does number 2 work for?" And I guess that's the question that I'd be posing to you, is like, who do these people work for? Who are these people? The other way you can think of it is that you wouldn't go to a party and bring a friend and let your friend just enter conversation and give a bunch of, spout a bunch of things without telling people who they are. It's very awkward if you've been in the situation where people haven't done an introduction in the beginning. Your friend's talking for a while and then half an hour later you have to say, "Oh, this is my friend Tommy. He works with me at Jewel. He's the one with the crazy girlfriend," whatever, right? So it's much better if you do that kind of contextualization up front at the beginning of the conversation. "Hey everyone, this is my friend Tommy. This is who it is. Okay, blah, blah, blah." And then he gets his chance to talk. So that's what you want to do. You want to provide an introduction to each of your sources before they speak the first time. And by speak, we typically mean quotation. So how would we improve this signal phrase? What might it look like? Well, it would probably look something like this. Notice that it runs to a couple sentences. And if you've got a lot of information about the source to introduce, it might run to almost a full paragraph. So that means that every time you give a quote, you've got some beginning work to do to get your source introduced. This was my beginning for this source. There are several pieces of evidence that suggest college remains a wise investment. In The Big Payoff, a U.S. Census Bureau report estimating the lifetime and annual incomes of American workers, Jennifer C. Day and Eric C. New are able to demonstrate that college education has a substantial effect. So notice I explained the credibility of the source, what the source actually was, a U.S. Census Bureau report, and I gave a couple sentences of summary that help people understand what the source was about in total, so we understand where the quotation fits in. This is what you want to do in introducing sources, and hopefully this guide is helpful for you.